People. Que pasa, sakpa, say what they do. First part of the video is called when a man or a woman have some sort of dangerous weapon on them, and when they don't have that weapon on them, they are two different people. Their action might be polar different. I am speaking about an incident that occurred at a place called Swallowfield, Debian's Plaza to be specific. There were two friends, elderly men. One's name Danny, the next one's name Leroy. Leroy is pictured right here on your screen. Obviously, there are no sorts of spring chicken. That means them are no type of young bud. So anyways, there's a cash pot gambling place at Debian's Plaza. Danny was playing one of those cash pot machine. He was buying some numbers, what they call numbers in Jamaica. Maybe about $2,000 or so. The attendant that was serving him don't know if it was some sort of technical error or the lady that was putting in the numbers made some sort of error. Danny started deal with her the most way, start to disrespect the lady. Leroy said to him, "Brother, why you got diss the lady so? For that don't even make no sense. That's kind of petty." Danny tell Leroy jump in her mother. Leroy tell Danny jump back in her mother. Now people like me say, these are two men, 60 or so, 50 or so. So therefore, isn't it kind of weird? Isn't it kind of petty for two past middle age, almost retirement age men to argue and to tell each other some disrespectful language? So anyways, the cuss escalated to some push, chuck in her chest, push from verbal to physical. And then it is said that Danny then wheel and pop off and juke up Leroy. After him juke up Leroy walk, stumble across the street, drop down. Them rush Leroy, got a place of recovery. However, he was pretty much gone from the get-go. He was DEAD man driving on his way to the hospital. When him reach, them pronounce him. Danny then jump in his car, take away himself. Two toes them call Danny and say, you know, say Leroy gone. Danny turning himself to the paw. He is now in the custody of the paw. More than likely, he is going to be charged. More than likely, he is going to be convicted of the takeaway of his friend. Now here is what is very disturbing about the whole thing. Danny and Leroy have been friends for decades. Danny and Leroy, they are no gangsters, and even if they were, they would have passed that stage in them life. They are now elderly men. However, like I said before, this is what happens when you have some sort of pie, some sort of kitchen utensil, some sort of farm utensil. It makes you a different person. Just to segue for a little while, yesterday I spoke about a lady, a woman of the night, back road vendor. She was taken out. Her name is Serena. She's from Kingston. She was taken out in the arcade in a Barnet Lane, St. James. It is said that a man wants some sort of free pumps and some sort of argument. Verbal, the man wheel and pop off. Corner up in the head. Now people, I put her picture out in my WhatsApp group. However, when I put this picture out, I then realized that, listen, when you're looking at the waistband of Serena before she lost her life, she had a pair of scissors tucked in. And people, if you look at your screen, this is the scissors in her waist as she lied there, lifeless, unresponsive, one straight in her forehead. Now people, like me say, don't know the specifics. However, more than likely, you know, Montego Bay, I have sent out a couple of videos in which a madman and a lady at the night, she are giving blow. So therefore, that place, the arcade, it is notorious for that. So therefore, we know say at the type of place, we know that this back road selling haberdashery, it has been going on for quite a while. However, my point is this. Maybe if she did not have the scissors, she might have lived. Maybe the scissors make her feel powerful. It gave her a false sense of security. And people, like me say, whenever you're living in the jungle, you have to act accordingly. You have to basically arms up yourself, or else you too could lose your life. Not saying that she would have lived, or not saying that that was the deciding factor, the fact that she kind of have the tool. Maybe this man have her up for some other sorts of reason. Maybe there were ulterior motives, people. Me no know. Back to the case as it pertains to Danny and Leroy. Now people, remember me say, Danny and Leroy, them know each other. They are from the same place, Swallowfield. So what could have led to two elderly men, no sorts of spring chicken, in a some sort of verbal cuss, till it lead to push and shove, till it lead to people that chuck each other in each other's face. People that tell people about their mother, two old man. So people, this is exactly what happens. It seems as if there's some sorts of mystic, evil, demonic spell flowing all over Jamaica. So when Leroy saw Danny buying that cash pot and him deal with the woman X, him a deal with her bad. And him said to him, Leroy simply gave him the right advice. You can't deal with the lady, so. At the machine, some sort of technical error. And even if it was not technical error, man-made error, she could have easily changed the number or give back a next number. However, people, this is what happens. It seems as if Danny had the angel on one side, not being him on the angel, the angel. And then him have the devil on one side. The angel is telling him, listen, allow that man, I deal with the lady, so. Leroy, I tell you the right thing. Or you want to bad up your friend. Or you want to hurt your friend. Or you want to tell your friend about his mother. And the devil on the next shoulder, the devil I tell him, say, brother, you not see you younger. You not see you bigger. You not see you stronger. Remember say you have the tool upon you, Remember say you have the knife on you, Brother, do what you have to do, man. Don't make a man diss you. Joke the boy. Push one in him. And people, guess which one he listened to? He listened to the voice of the devil instead of the voice of reasoning. Because at the end of the day, Leroy was not trying to diss him. Leroy was telling him the right thing. However, people, hype, adrenaline, take no thought, no, that leads a whole lot of person down the wrong path. Me I talk about self-destruction, big yard or graveyard. So people, the moral of the story is this. Whenever you as a young youth, you as a man, leave your yard with any sort of ratchet knife, any sort of scissors, even worse, any sort of tool in your waist. Two things. You're taking preventative measure or you are the aggressor. Needless to say, if that tool is illegal, you should not have it anyway. So therefore, my point is this: you are a different person when you have a weapon versus when you don't have a weapon, especially if you have something like a 9 or 4/5, even worse. If you know, say, you have some sort of tall up, meaning AR, meaning A to the K, meaning M to the 16, nobody can tell you nothing. You feel like you are Superman. You feel like you are invincible. You feel like you are untouchable. So therefore, it does not take anything. It just takes the slightest thing, the most petty stuff, for basically make your trigger off, because you were already on edge. You was looking for somebody to try you. So therefore, you can make an example out of that person. That is what happens when you have the devil upon the mind. That is what happens when you are easily influenced. That is what happens when you have anger management problem. So people, me just say, the man had the option, he was faced with the option. However, because of ego. And what is even worse, more than likely, that same lottery ticket that he bought, I lose him money, or the lady save him from losing him money. Because at the end of the day, the only successful gamblers in a Jamaica are the men with the 3 card or Supreme Venture. Everybody else is a set of losers. Everybody else is chasing the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. However, they are delusional. It is a lesson in futility. It will never happen. They are chasing fool's gold. They are chasing fool's wealth. They are only going to lose on people because of something that this man more than likely was going to lose his cash. His own friend, somebody that he knew for a couple of decades, his neighbor that lived in the same place as him, end up losing his life, all because he met the wrong voice tell him exactly what to do. He met because of anger. He met because of frustration. And people, it is even worse when you have other stuff on your mind. So therefore, Danny might have had all sorts of stuff that stressed him out, in bills, in wife, girlfriend, whatever the case is. And then all it took was somebody to say something, say the wrong thing. And people, voila, you see, or you saw exactly what happened. People, very sad. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, that is my views on the whole thing as it pertains to that. And like I say, it is just my views and opinion. It is not the gospel. Your views and opinion can be respectfully different from mine. But let me know what you think in the comment section. Bless up.